What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Brand new episode of Empire's Finest. Again, we are back in studio. It's your boy Adam Krieger, my boy, my right. He's still on your left when you're watching on. It's Anthony Fondell. What's going on there, way?
What's going on, guys? Great weekend. Excellent weekend.
We have a very, very busy show. Last week, I realized we completely forgot MLB, and
we ain't forgetting it this week.
I forgot a lot of stuff last week. So let's kind of just get right into it. Obviously, we're back in the studio. The first minute of the last podcast, you guys realized Hunter put in a little edit. We're having some technical difficulties. Well, we're trying to figure that out. First step, see camera, lavalier, so we can talk into the mic at all time because, Anthony and I, we're both Italians, moving around with the hand. But
I can't talk with a mic in my hand.
I thought I would, listen, I still think I need to hold a mic in my hand, and maybe this is just, I don't know, it's just, I'm a big hands guy. I'm always holding something, and I think it's the ADD.
Hold on, Adam, flip your mic up.
Fucking fucks. Sorry, Hunter. Sorry, audio. What is this?
It's okay, he'll get it, don't worry.
We'll learn. We'll figure it out.
He's got it.
Alright, I think I got it.
Should be good now.
Alright, obviously, last week was an exciting week, probably, to say the least. We were in the studio first time, we had all these cameras, the lights, the mics. I forgot to turn on the camera, Anthony. I forgot to fucking turn on the camera. This one. The one you right there. You were just on pointing me the entire time, but your red light wasn't on, and you weren't recording.
We got no close-ups of your face.
Listen, you guys are probably lucky. Speaking of my face, we'll see. Also, when I realized, actually, I'm kind of low-key happy we didn't have that camera because my head was fucking disgusting. My beard was gross. I needed a haircut, so
as you can see, we both got haircuts before this recording.
Now I know, I don't get to cover it up. Big lights, good cameras, and I'm not using my laptop anymore, so we'll do that. And then, of course, last time we also lost the audio, so we got it last second, so I'm not even sure if Hunter was able to put the original audio into the video or if he was just using the audio from the cameras that are all the way back there. Wow, I'm gonna fuck with this hat a lot. 80 day.
Still gotta do stuff with your hands.
Fuck, so much shit to do with my hand. This is what exactly.
All right. About Adam?
Anthony, do I have something to tell you? It's about to tell me that. Prescribed, of course. So anyway, technical difficulties. Obviously, we're recording now, so I won't really know until the end. But I'm hoping we got the all clear. Huge shout out to Bob, Mount St. Vincent, everyone let us do this again, obviously. So this is gonna, at least until December, mid-December, while the school semester is still open, while the school is open, we're gonna be in here on Wednesdays. As long as schedule permitting, we're gonna try and make it work because I think it's a much better product in here.
I do.
It feels better. Hunter was able to do so much cool shit. So I'm gonna try to transition that. It was a busy weekend at that time. So last Thursday my show came out, or our show came out, and Hunter put in so much fucking work. I felt so bad. He sent a screenshot of what the editing, the track list looked like, and I was like, the message.
I was very impressed. I didn't expect to see that stuff that came up.
Okay, so first of all, Hunter, thank you. You know that we've talked about this a lot.
In fact, I'll give you 2 thumbs up.
This is
great job, buddy.
We got 4 thumbs up at once. So don't this shit, especially right now, we're not going without Hunter. When I said do something cool, and he turned his fucking head and it said do something cool, I lost it. I was literally showing everyone. I was walking around showing it, and then, obviously the listeners, you guys loved it too because it was our most viewed episode, even after we had to unlist the original one.
Yeah.
So, like I said, first episode for everyone. Hunter now has got full technology. I'm so scared of what he's gonna do to us. The meme potential is unreal. We don't even know what's going on behind us.
Jackson already said that this show, now that we're in studio, has turned into a meme farm for him.
The folders that dude is making. He's our personal bin dog.
Jackson already, I think, grabbed 3 or 4 memes out of last episode alone.
Yeah. So Hunter's the goat. Hunter and Sophie fucking we have a bomb video team here, we really do.
That's facts.
Our video team is fucking great, so shout out to them. Into Vendetta Survivor. So, at the end of this show last week, I was pretty tilted. Do you remember why I was tilted?
The end of the show was.
Who did I call out? I called out these two rat fucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The two rat fucks. We were doing this over.
Didn't one of them do a post actually this week? I thought I seen.
Yeah, so, yeah, he did a post this week. So, we had Survivor this week. There were 2 people on the list. Long-time people on the list. Both people predate me, Anthony. You know how hard it is to predate me and get on that list? So, the list was literally just Jeremy and Cam, because they both claimed various projects and didn't do anything. Cam specifically was on my fucking last nerves. Of course, like, Jeremy got fired. He did it on a Friday night. We both actually had votes. Right?
Yes, we both had votes.
We both had votes.
It was Friday, because I put out Font Spot Friday.
Right, so I was out, I was putting out the Simbull post.
Yeah, I'm never home on Friday.
It was Friday night, it wasn't, I mean, it was kind of, I wasn't expecting it to come, but for him to outpost everyone, so whatever, he did it. I couldn't vote, but I wanted to vote so bad. I tried to get my vote to anyone. You tried to get my vote to Hunter, you obviously couldn't vote. Any Max Murphy, I was literally trying to give it away.
No one took our votes.
And I was Friday night,
Yeah.
I felt bad. Anyway, I just wanted to fucking fire Cam. And of course, Cam didn't even go. Jeremy went. So, bye Jeremy. To me, like, they're both like 50, they're both equally as bad, but the thing about Cam that really fucking pissed me off was, so how Trey announces a Survivor is he puts it in random, he tags the people who have a vote and says, are you free tonight? That was probably around like, I don't know, like 6:30 set. I don't even remember what time on Friday. I was out and then I wasn't getting back anytime.
I think it was later, because I got out of work at 8, and I remember seeing that.
Oh shit.
After I was out of work, it was later than that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have been out late anyway. So I said no, I won't be around. Like I tried to pass my vote off, yada yada yada. Then Trey calls me. Trey has called my cell phone twice in my life. Once was a butt dial on the group chat.
Once was a butt dial, yes.
Yeah, and the other time was when I was going to his house because I was literally going to meet him and I didn't know where to go. I couldn't open Slack, so he had to call me. He calls me and he goes, "Hey, Cam is trying to say that you said this project went till the end of October, not the end of September." I was like, no, I didn't fucking say October. Like, why would I say October? If you're a fucking moron and you're in our Slack channel, or obviously, I don't expect readers of the site to follow it as closely, but the last 30 posts on our site, 25 of them have been Simbull posts. We're clearly trying to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
If we had a full another 30 days, we wouldn't have drowned our entire site with one sponsored post. Obviously, Simbull's great. We love Simbull. Use code Vendetta, $10 bonus. Deposit $20 or more. Invest in sports stock market. Brian Tans. We'll put the Brian Tan ad somewhere in here.
The following is brought to you in partnership by Simbull. Simbull is a new sports marketplace where you can trade shares of professional teams like stocks. You love sports. You interested in fantasy sports without the weekly annoyance of fantasy league upkeep? Then Simbull's the app for you. With Simbull, fantasy sports is going to a whole other level. How it works is simple. You buy Simbull shares for your favorite sim teams on the app. When your sim team wins, you get automatic cash deposits, and you don't lose any money when they lose. That's it. So if you follow trends across football, basketball, and baseball, and you think your team is a sleeper, simply invest in your favorite sim teams on Simbull and watch your virtual portfolio prove you right or wrong. And if you want to get in on the action right away, Vendetta Sports Media's got you covered. Go to simbull.app/Vendetta and use our exclusive promo code VENDETTA, and you'll get a $10 bonus when making your first deposit. Simbull, taking fantasy sports to a whole other level.
He's great.
His ad's awesome.
Dude,
I love Brian. I love Brian's ads. They're awesome.
Yeah, so this fucking guy tried to say that I said end of October. So he called me, I was like, absolutely not. I was at dinner with my girl, I felt bad. It was Friday night, obviously. I wasn't working when I was expecting whatever. You know how the ladies get when you're on your phone, you get a little bit antsy sometimes.
Yeah.
So, especially if they got always on my fucking phone, it's really bad. So my girl fucking hates me. See, like, this is times where I'm glad I get to whisper. Maybe the mic won't pick it up. Anyway. So I literally I went through my messages with Cam, weren't that many, it's 5. I explained to him how to do the project, like, very simple, shouldn't be that fucking hard to do. And I said, we have till the end of the month. That was September 16th. The end of the month. We're in the middle of September, so the end of the month means September 30th. He fucking claimed post. I was just tilted. So, and then once Trey realized how mad I was, because I was fucking fuming. I was like, don't call me a liar. Like, you can say like you didn't, maybe I wasn't clear enough. I would say I disagree with you, but fair enough. But don't say I didn't tell you that. Like, fuck you, Cam. Don't fucking call me a liar. That shit pissed me off.
We got documentation to prove it.
And then Dave quit. We don't really talk about that. Do you care?
Yeah, I don't even know who that was.
Dave was like the bee sting kid, the one who Trey thinks he haunted from a past life. He fucked up with the word. Trey was fucking.
Oh yes, this kid.
And he was Carl's new producer. I feel bad for Carl. And Cervantes. Go check out Jim Range Pod. They had a great show this week. They did the Big Ten preview.
We just can't get anyone to be their producer, man. It's like
shish. So
I feel bad.
great fucking show. Great show, but they need a producer. Feel bad. If you want to produce, I mean, it'll supplement that media underscore Vendetta. We'll probably find you a spot somewhere. Alright, that was the Vendetta stuff. Anything happened this week? Insider Slack that you want to talk about?
Insider.
No?
Not really. Well, let me ask you, what are we doing after this segment? Because I'm about to segue into something.
We forgot something at the end of last episode. I think we might even said we were going to talk about it, but I just forgot. We went long.
Oh, you mean the great American sport of baseball?
My favorite sport of all time, but not right now. Right now, I'm very upset with baseball, and specifically the Mets. But Major League Baseball, Empire's Finest, we spent the first like 10 episodes of the show just talking about baseball.
Yep.
Mets, Yankees, obviously, Mets, Yankees. And we just forgot about the last 2 weeks. Mostly because, the Mets fucking suck, and when I talk about them, I get angry, and a lot of bleeping, and this and that, but I'm wearing my hat. Woo, Javi Baez, walk-off home run. But I can't believe what might happen. We might get a Yankees Red Sox wildcard game. I need to. Am I sure? No. Give me one scale of 1 to 10. How happy are you about the New York Yankees right this moment?
About a 15. I love it. I absolutely love it. I had
name dominator it again. Bro, they were so bad a few months ago. You wanted to fire everyone. Now they have a chance for a 1-game playoff, and you want to.
They won 7 games. 7 games in a row.
10. I wouldn't even know. 15 out of 10 happened with the Cardinals right now. They won 17 games in a row. 15 out of 10. Get out of here.
I love me some Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh God. We're not talking about next year yet. Right now we're talking about here and now. There's nothing.
You know what's even better? What's even better? What's even better is when Trey starts going and saying the Yankees, I should be worried about Toronto. Well, last night, Giancarlo Stanton said, I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't scared of absolutely nobody. Stanton homered again. 4 home runs in 4 games. The Yankees are 1 win away from doing their job in Toronto. All they had to do was win 2 out of 3. You already won 1. You had Garrett Cole going tonight. I'm not going to say they should win because.
Wait, so when did the series start? What, yesterday?
Yep, the series starts.
They're playing a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday series?
They're playing it started last night, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Gotcha.
And then, then they could probably be all Friday because then they're going to Tampa and they're playing Tampa for 3 to wrap up the season. But while that was going on, did you know who the Red Sox were?
I can't. I'm so mad at them because I'm a Sim Red Sox investor on Simbull. The Mets and the Red Sox are brothers in arms because the team fuck Yankees. You can't lose to the Baltimore Orioles. Like, you cannot do it, dude. Like, you can't. not in 2021. If you want to be a contending team, can you lose to the Baltimore Orioles?
How many losses do they have? Orioles?
Over 100?
Oh, well over 100.
Like, disgusting. Come on. You can't be one of the wins lost. Like, especially not now, not in September.
Not with, like, what, 5-6 games left in the year? They're only up for their
number for how many? What do they need to do to clinch the wild card game?
The Yankees.
Yeah,
I think the Yankees' magic number is 3 or 4.
great.
3 or 4. The Red Sox are only a game up on both Toronto and Seattle. Seattle has now snuck up into the wild card race.
I can't believe Seattle.
Seattle actually jumped Toronto.
Yeah, but that's a loose shot. If Toronto beats the Yankees the next 2 out of 3, I mean, the wild card looks so different.
True. Toronto falls on their face.
Listen,
the Yankees are 2 out of 3.
The Yankees are a good spot.
Toronto kind of needed to sweep the Yankees.
So the Yankees
this series.
They didn't. I mean,
they kind of did. The Yankees are 2.5 up in the top spot.
Oh, they need to. Yeah, but the Yankees obviously won yesterday.
They won yesterday, so the sweep's out of the question.
So Cole who's pitching? Cole Ray? Who's pitching?
Cole and I believe Robbie Ray. Pungent Rio pitched last night.
There is only one.
I would double check though, but I'm pretty sure Robbie Ray pitches tonight.
Do you like the wild card game?
Honestly, no. For this, like I gave this argument 2018, I want to say, when the Yankees won 100 games and had to play a 1-game wild card. I don't feel bad for them this year because they deserve to be in a wild card. You know, they deserve to be in like the lowest playoff spot you can be. I feel bad for the Los Angeles Dodgers. They're 13 games up in the wild card race. They are. It's either gonna be the Dodgers or the Giants. 2 teams are gonna have 110 wins, and they're gonna be forced to play in a 1-game elimination.
No, the one of them's gonna win. Giants are gonna win the division, and then the Dodgers are gonna play.
The problem is baseball, and you play 1 game.
I know. Yeah, but that's. I think I low-key love it. Maybe that it's not where it should be. Like if you're gonna do a 1-game playoff, like do it 1 round earlier. So you make the top 2 wildcard teams or the top. Like you do a 1-game series between the 2 and 3 wildcard teams. Whoever wins that plays the divisions, the wildcard series.
I think it should be best 2 out of 3 for the wild card.
That's fine. Well, I love me a nice do or die 1-game playoff.
But it's cool. For all the time
Like
that the
Yankees Twins game and I think it was
2017.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Believe me, that was one of the most hyped
Right,
playoff runs we ever went on because we weren't expecting that.
There's nothing better than sports.
That was great.
Especially in baseball, like everything coming down. I know how
when you go down 3-0 in the first inning, and you come back all in 1 inning in a do or die game.
That was like that inning literally took an hour long. That entire first inning, it was incredible.
Shout out to Didi. I still miss him.
Speaking of Didi, we're New York guys, but we have a really good Philly guy, Andrew McGinnis. He fucking put out. First of all, he's a hockey guy mostly, but he's also a Philly guy. He puts out this Philly like weekly or bi-weekly recap, however often he does it. Shit goes hard. So I don't know. He's a Philly now. now that the Mets fucking suck and the Phillies have no chance in the playoffs, I can say that I'm happy for Andrew and the Phillies' intermediate success this season. But I don't want to take too much of this time up with the Mets. I got my Shea Stadium bobblehead. I don't know what I was gonna say. Shea Stadium bobblehead and my Jets shot glasses. As a Jets fan, you need to know the answer. I hope
The essentials.
You know, listen, if like a dean walked by or something, she's like, "Why do you have shot glasses in that school TV stadium?" We'd be fucked.
Because they're Jet shot glasses. What do you mean?
Sure.
Have you watched this team lately?
Mets. All I'll say about the Mets is I'm happy they shut down their ground for the rest of the season because there's no point in pitching him, especially when you're mathematically eliminated. I'm nervous about Noah Syndergaard. He got a standing ovation. I think right now is probably like where if you're gonna sign him for a few years cheap, but let him take a shot himself.
Yeah, 2 years max.
But
I don't give him no more.
Like his velocity was not there. I know he was throwing sliders early in his rehab. I don't know if he threw sliders last night. Actually, I didn't pay too much attention to that. So Syndergaard's back, standing ovation, good for him. Thor. I love some energy in my rotation. But the big question is, what are they going to do with Bobby Baez? Because he's fucking going nuts right now. And I had everything so flipped on this because obviously I wanted Chris Bryant. I didn't want Javi necessarily. I wanted Bryant because take it back away from the Fordo. You can move him around, the versatility, yada yada yada. Javi, Lindor, great friends. We ended up getting Javi Baez. All the booing controversy, all that shit to start, that was not fun. But he's just fucking flat out great. He hasn't struck out nearly as much. He's hitting right-hand batters. Originally, I wanted him for a postseason run, and then not to sign him. Now, obviously not in a postseason run, but he's still playing like a fucking ball. He's playing like a postseason run, even though it's not. Maybe I do want Javi Baez, and saying that out loud scares me. Like, I don't want to pay a lot of money for that guy, but he's fucking electric. Chicago obviously loved him for a reason. He makes shit happen. He makes some boneheaded plays. I don't know if he can be a recruiting tool. Yeah. But numbers don't lie. We said winning and performing solves all. Well, he's performing, just the team's not winning, and they haven't in this shitty time. So, I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, but that's fucking the Mets rant. I could continue this for an hour.
I would be careful about signing Javi Baez.
I don't know. I really don't know what I wanted.
I would be a little careful about him. The only thing though that is very interesting is that you could have an infield of Carlos Correa,
I know.
Lindor, and Javi.
We talked about that with Meek Phil
Yes.
a little bit, and he was like talking on Twitter about how he jokes about that, but that's a pretty, like, Correa wants out of Houston, obviously. Him, Lindor, Javi, great friends. They all play international baseball together. Like, that's a fucking team. That's a team to have in the infield.
We kind of feel like the 06, 07 Mets again.
Why you gotta talk like that? Why you gotta talk like that? Alright, anything else for baseball? I fucking can't wait for postseason baseball. It's my favorite time of the year. Postseason baseball, and then everything else.
Yeah,
in terms of sports.
It'll be a fun time.
Even without my teams, like,
It starts next week, right? I think October 5th. I think
a week from Tuesday. Yesterday was a wild card game. So a week from
Yesterday.
Tuesday. All my friends are buying wild card tickets to the Yankee Stadium for in case they host. Because you can buy them, you'll get a year refunded.
yeah, that's
If you go and you're a listener, let us know. Maybe we'll go. We'll meet you there. I'll buy you a beer. Listen to the podcast.
That's true. I have a little just correction. Rodriguez not pitching tonight. Jose Barrios is pitching.
He's good too.
Not bad.
It's not better than Garrett Cole, is he?
No.
Garrett kind of sucks.
Garrett Cole might win AL Cy Young, but
No, he's not winning Cy Young.
AL Cy Young,
This year?
16-8 with a 3.08 ERA. He's got 237 strikeouts.
Everybody cried in the press conference because he couldn't answer a straight answer about if he used these substances. That was fun.
I do remember that Josh Donaldson hasn't gotten a hit off him since then.
Everyone he wanted fired, everyone he wanted Brian Cashman fired. Now you're 15 out of 10 excited about all these things.
Very, very emotional when it comes to Yankees. Although, what I did say last week about Garrett Cole, honestly still stands. He got booed off the mound when he got crushed by Cleveland, and I said this, and I said people need to stop defending him on Twitter like freaking Barstool Hubs. Garrett Cole hasn't done anything in this city yet, and he deserved to get booed off the mound for giving up six runs in 2 innings to the freaking Cleveland Indians. He deserved that. He did, make up for it with a very strong start in Boston, and he's gonna have to do it again tonight. He's got to be the guy that he's got to be like RCC in 2009. You got to be able to throw him out there and know no matter what, he's giving you 1-run baseball of 6 or 7 innings, no doubt about it. That's the type of guy he's got to be. For me to even, defend him, all regardless of what happens. But he's got to be that guy.
CC's my favorite Yankee.
CC's the man. CC's the absolute man.
It's not hard to be my favorite Yankee because I hate most of the Yankees, but when it had to be the year before he retired, right? When he threw at that guy.
Oh,
He was like two. He was like
He
he was like 2 outs short of his like $500,000 getting incentive bonus, and he said he threw at some guy and got tossed.
Yep.
Fucking legend. CC, you're a real one. All right. Baseball. Close the book on baseball for this episode. Open the book. Back to the NFL. What a week, Anthony. What a week of football.
I had a great week.
You're right. You had a great week. I had a not so great week with some signs of hope. So there's so many things to do. So the way that we're gonna do the football stuff going forward, whether our entire episode is football or if we're doing like we did today where it's segmented, but we're always gonna go over key games from last week. Talk about whatever we want to talk about. Then we'll go over our picks from the week before, how we did results, talk about all that stuff. Normally those two will kind of go coincide because once you talk about your picks, your bad beats, stuff happens. Then we'll look ahead to this upcoming week. Follow his games, his understand or whatever, his games that he picks out each week. Then we'll get into this week's picks and wrap up from there. Pretty sure that's how it's gonna go. We'll see. It's free falling. But before we get into the games this week, first of all, pause, Hunter. You can put in the Simbull ad here.
How it works is simple. You buy Simbull shares for your favorite sim teams on the app. When your sim team wins, you get automatic cash deposits, and you don't lose any money when they lose. That's it. So if you follow trends across football, basketball, and baseball, and you think your team is a sleeper, simply invest in your favorite sim teams on Simbull and watch your virtual portfolio prove you right or wrong. And if you want to get on the action right away, Vendetta Sports Media's got you covered. Go to simbull.app/Vendetta and use our exclusive promo code Vendetta, and you'll get a $10 bonus when making your first deposit. Simbull, taking fantasy sports to a whole other level.
Giants suck.
Giants, the New York Football Giants.
The Giants suck. There's nothing. What else could I say about them? They're terrible. They're incompetent.
When you woke up Sunday morning,
They're losers.
When you woke up Sunday morning, were you expecting a win? Like it's the Falcons.
I've detached emotionally from the Giants because I'm tired of ruining my Sundays watching this team. I bet against them. I took the Falcons. It was the easiest bet I could have ever made. Falcons +3 was so easy, and they won outright. I should have took Falcons money line.
You literally said it to me week 1. It's like the same thing as the Panthers Jets. Like that was probably the easiest bet of the week, but my dumb ass, I took the Giants. But we're getting to a level where the issues are like Daniel Jones is not losing you games.
He's not even the problem. I have no issues with him.
That is a problem.
The past 2 weeks, he hasn't done anything to make me blow up. It's everything else. So it's Jason Garrett, it's the play calling, the defense at times. Like last week, the defense was fine. You only give up 17 points, even with your best defensive player, arguably, and Blake Martinez missing most of the game because he tore his ACL in the first quarter. That is a huge loss for the Giants. You can expect them to do absolutely nothing now. That is ridiculous. Now, Jason Garrett is an absolute idiot. A travesty. Let me tell you, the level of blown up that I was, you can go and see the recording of the Sunday watch along that Jackson does. I joined Jackson for the Giants game. Evan Ingram. His first game of the year.
He's back to Evan Ingram, huh?
First game of the year. I'm not going to say first catch. I think it was the second catch he had of the game. What does he do? He fumbles the ball. Fumbles. While the Giants were driving.
Sounds about Evan Ingram. Okay.
Sounds about Evan Ingram. He's one of the worst players I've ever seen in my life. Easily one of the worst Giants tight ends we've ever had. I'm absolutely sick of that man. I'm sick of the way the play calling has been shaken out. We have Kenny Golladay, a guy that is supposed to be a deep threat, and I don't even blame him. Jason Garrett has this man running 5 curl routes in a row.
Bro, we're about to be in October, and Jason Garrett is still the offensive coordinator of the New York Football Giants. Like, someone make that make sense.
It ain't gonna change.
It don't make sense.
It ain't gonna change. I'll tell you right now.
You don't think it's gonna change at all? You don't think? Because it's not like. I know the Mariners don't really fire people, right?
The Mariners don't fire people mid-season. The only person they fired mid-season was Ben McAdoo. No, actually, was Ben McAdoo.
Because he hurt Eli. Because he hurt Eli's feelings.
It didn't hurt Eli's feelings. It was the stupidest. It was one of the dumbest roster moves you could ever make in your life. You sacked him for Geno Smith.
I know.
You said I want to see what Geno Smith has.
I love it, dude.
I want to see what Geno has. We know what Geno Smith has. Nothing. The season was lost anyway. It's not like if he would have started.
Did you make it 2 years?
Yes, he did make it 2 years because his first year they were good. They were 10 and 6, made the playoffs.
That was the boat year.
That was the boat year.
We're in year 2 for Joe Judge. You having similar feelings right now? Because
Joe Judge is on increasingly thinning ice.
I just want to know what. When
there is no way
you were so high on him preseason. You and Phil were like, yeah, he's the guy before one snap, and then maybe before one game this year. It's still early. It's still the NFC East.
It's a bad improvement though, and from what we saw the end of last year, where they actually looked like a competent team towards the end of the year, you think, okay, now coming into this season, they're bringing back pretty much everybody on defense. You know, the offense should get better. You signed Kenny Golladay. You got Kadarius Toney in the draft.
Who? Has he played yet?
Oh, he actually played a little bit last week. That's just because Jason Garrett has no idea how to use the man. That's the problem.
I heard Jason Garrett broke his foot for him, so we're why wasn't he even playing the first few weeks? Oh, he wasn't training camp. He's been he's been weird. I was listening to them talk about him on WFA.
Well, he got hurt, Kadarius Toney. I remember during training camp.
Right, and he got sick. And apparently, he was only out 2 days of camp.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard for a rookie to play when you're not at camp. But anyway, Jason Garrett doesn't know how to use the guy regardless. And this team is an absolute travesty. I wouldn't expect anything more from this team than do I dare even say 5 wins?
So we can set our watch for 6 more weeks, and you're gonna be they're gonna be back in the hunt, and you're gonna be all fired up.
If they win 6 games in a row.
Following the Yankee trajectory, we're on the low like we were to start the year. The Yankees.
Did you see how the only problem is you see how hard the Giants' schedule is?
No, let me look at it right now.
You want to know our next couple
But
games?
it can't be that hard when it's in the NFC East.
Nah, we play the Saints next week. We play the Saints. Well, this is just off the top of my head. I know a couple. I want to take a quick peek. So we got the Saints, the Rams, the Chiefs, the Bucs.
This way.
Oh, that way.
Saints, Cowboys,
Saints,
Rams,
Panthers, Chiefs, Raiders.
Yeah, you got the AFC West this year.
So it's going to go like this: Saints, L. Cowboys, probably an L. We're going to lose in the last 2 seconds of that game. Rams, we're going to get annihilated, not even going to be in it. Panthers, probably going to lose in the last 2 seconds. Chiefs, we're going into Arrowhead, we're definitely going to get annihilated in that game. Raiders, who knows what the Raiders look like by then, although I think they're going to be good.
November Raiders.
Giants are going to lose that game. Bucs, we're going to get annihilated.
Brady,
Eagles,
Tom Brady.
that doesn't matter. Eli's on the other side of the field.
Fair.
Let's see.
Eagles win. Dolphins
maybe win. Eagles is a maybe win. Dolphins
depends what teams do.
honestly depends on what their offense looks like. Chargers definitely lost. Second game with the Cowboys, probably gonna lose that game.
No, you gotta assume you split with the Cowboys, split with the Eagles, and you split with the Redskins.
Washington football team, you mean?
Sorry.
Redskins don't exist anymore.
Sorry.
We actually might beat the Bears only because their offense is so bad.
So fucking bad. We can talk about that too a little bit.
But yeah, the Giants' schedule is ridiculously tough. I'm not expecting shit from this team anymore. I'm completely emotionally detached from them. I'm actually going to be fading them a lot. Yeah, they're just bad.
So we're on fade Giant watch.
Nah, we're on fade Giant watch.
Is that making the Fonz 5 this week?
Although I don't know, this week is a little weird. Their line is 7.5, and after week 1, the Saints haven't looked too great.
How'd you like the board this week? We're still got some few games to talk about.
No, actually, the board was great this week. I feel like there were so many
coming up, this upcoming week.
Oh, the one upcoming?
No, last week. No. Well, I thought the board was impossible last week. Actually, I saw that. I went had a sushi week. Well, let me just finish up with. We don't really talk much about the Jets. Fucking.
I mean, what are you gonna say?
Exactly, it's the Jets.
What are you gonna say?
Exactly. I don't even want to.
Rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, rookie offensive coordinator. I mean,
I'm not giving up on those.
Did anybody expect this team to do anything this year?
Zach Wilson went from 4 interceptions to 2 interceptions, so that's better.
Although I just don't like how the first game he actually did look pretty good. Like the first game he did look pretty good, and
it makes it a lot harder to swallow, like because we're going backwards. But you know what? I'm still going 2 thumbs up for Zach Wilson, 2 less interceptions, so we're getting better. Not actually, but
you're doing great, sweetie.
We're so proud of you. So proud of you. All right. Well, even though I had a really bad week on the records, I feel like I had a good week during the 1 o'clock window, which, I went 5-5, but I just feel like no one was more right than anyone than I was about the Chargers-Chiefs game this week. I had it the whole way. I heard it. All my friends.
I lost 2 games, and that was one of them.
All my friends were giving me shit.
Which is why we're on complete fade the Chiefs watch from now on.
We don't have to get too. I'm not gonna get too far ahead yet, but I think I might go against my own rule. But fucking, I knew it. I knew the Chargers. I just think that number was too big. Chargers outplayed them. Chiefs defense is very, very suspect.
Oh, they're
very suspect.
It's the worst it's looked in years, and even in years prior, it's been suspect.
I thought they were gonna get Richard Sherman, and I was shocked when he went to the box.
Honestly, I wasn't even surprised. Every old player that nobody wants anymore is going to the Bucs, and Tom Brady is like giving them his like secret stuff. And
yeah, but they had Richard Sherman and Brady had that like thing, the back and forth. Like there's that picture of Sherman following Brady off the field, and chirping at him. That was going viral. That was recirculating today.
And that's why Brady wants him on his team.
I just feel like Sherman and Tyrann Mathieu would have been a fucking great safety core. Another veteran back there, who's been a part of championship teams, knows what it takes to play playoff defense. He's been a part of some of the best defenses in football in the last 20 years. Richard Sherman. So I was shook to see him go to the Bucs, but Chiefs. Are you nervous for the Chiefs?
I think the Chiefs will be fine.
I'm in the same boat.
I think they're going to be fine.
I'm enjoying
defense looks like.
I'm enjoying being right about them this week and saying how they were obviously not the better team in this game, but every team needs a little kick in the butt. We saw the one perfect team that lost in the Super Bowl. You can't be perfect for an entire NFL football season. The schedule doesn't allow for it. The competition, it's just impossible to do. So I'm not worried about the Chiefs. Chargers might be good. That fucking division is stacked.
The division is good. Although I don't know how to rate the Broncos only because they've played the teams they played are 0-9.
I don't even
I don't even know how to grade them.
If I still have to redo that division, it still goes Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos.
Raiders are in the first place in that division.
I know.
Chiefs are for almost an entire month.
Chiefs are in dead last, but I'm telling you that's how it's going to finish in that order. The Chiefs are too good.
The Chiefs are too good of a team. They're going to rattle off 9-10 wins.
Right. Mahomes needs to get mad again. You need to remember what losing was like, and fucking come out firing. So that was cool. I'm fucking mad. The Indianapolis Colts are frauds. I'm done betting
Complete frauds.
I'm done betting on them.
Frauds.
I'm done betting on Seattle. Both teams fucking horrible frauds.
So did you see how mad I was on Twitter?
Yeah.
I'm so done betting Seattle. That is literally the most fraudulent team I've ever seen in my life.
They're the team that every year I go, I'm either, I think I might have said this last year, but I'm either all in on Seattle or I'm all fade on Seattle. And I think the first year I was gambling consistently. It was the year I was all in and I won. And then and then it just I've never been able to get right on them for the last 3 years.
Sorry, you're gonna be right this year now. Because
being right is just not touching the game because I know that if I were to bet the other team, they're gonna lose. The Chiefs, Seahawks are gonna cover, so that was annoying. Urban Meyer will not make it past. I don't even know if Urban Meyer makes the entire year.
Wow, that'd be incredible.
He threw he designed a flea flicker for his quarterback who literally cannot stand in the pocket. So let's just take a play that develops longer. It was just such a fucking moronic game, and they literally had a chance. Once they did that kick six, all my friends who had Arizona Survivor, everyone was kind of freaking out. There were a little bit of whispers. Arizona covered easily.
Yeah, they did. They ended up turning it on. They covered pretty easily. I was mad nervous about the first half of the game, though.
If I would have had if I would have bet Jacksonville, it would have been one of those games where after the first half, I would have turned my attention to something else because, okay, like, I know that game's gonna reach. Or, like, I should be good on that game. They were up 10 points, and what, they were 7.5 point dogs? So
They were
that's-
7.5 point
Right,
dogs.
so that's 17.5 points. They were up.
Did not score
17
again.
and a half
Did not score again after coming out of halftime.
Just cost it. And then the Detroit Lions.
I do feel bad for them.
So bad
I
for them.
got a friend who's a Lions fan,
Like a real Lions fan.
like a real Lions fan. Like he's like born and raised like in
What would-
Detroit,
I
Michigan.
would have liked to know what his real-time reaction was to that kick.
I don't know if I get a real time reaction. It was definitely really bad. I asked him about it though that night, and
I can't imagine, like,
he was going on it. He just said, "I don't want to talk about it."
between that and the delay game.
Delay game that
The
wasn't called.
The delay game was only going to be talked about for the next 2 weeks because once you know, it's the longest kick. You kick the longest kick in the history of the NFL. Game winner. Incredible single doink.
Single doink in.
Single doink in. Fucking insane, dude. But, yeah, what a fucking horseshit way to lose that game. Trey was probably so mad. So mad. He loves the excuse that they got bailed out by the kicker, which they clearly did in this game. But
Trey's not happy when the Ravens win games.
that was me last year with the Jets. That was just that one Trevor Lawrence. Like, I'd rather win games.
That's different. Trey's team is like
They're
very,
good.
very, very viably a Super Bowl contender. He
He's
thinks
just
Lamar
such a-
Jackson they'll never win a Super Bowl.
Exactly. He's just such a stubborn person where he'd rather be right than be happy. You're that Trey? Like, maybe just enjoy Lamar Jackson. I would die.
I'll gladly take
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
I'll give you Daniel Jones.
Like,
Who says no?
I think Trey said no to that actually.
He did say
That's the
no.
one thing he said no to. It's probably the one.
I'll give you Daniel Jones and Sterling Shepard for
Wow.
Lamar Jackson. Who says no?
I think the entire world says no to that, Ann.
God damn it.
Alright, last note on last week. We kind of talked about it a little bit. Vegas Raiders 3-0. Shout out Daddy Chick. I guess Tanner played too. He's a Raiders fan. I was
How
not.
about them Raiders?
Yeah, I really like. I just put Raiders, and I don't know what else to say other than the fact that I am shook that they're 3-0. This is one of the more surprising storylines of football at the moment. We'll see what happens. It's Derek Carr was being a good quarterback for the first time like ever.
Their defense is what's really keeping them afloat. Because that defense has not been like wonderful in recent years, and now they're getting to making plays, they're getting turnovers. That's why that team's like winning games. I mean, they just win games.
And
They don't win games. They don't win games pretty.
No,
They're not a pretty team. They're not going to blow anybody out. They don't win games pretty.
no
But
two.
they
They
win.
went down big to the Dolphins. So
I took the Dolphins in that game.
that was Dolphins.
Covered by half a point.
Yeah, that was a bad beat. Yeah, bad beat if you're the Raider. No, it wasn't that big. Just a fucking great. If you're the Dolphins, congratulations. That's a wide pick. Anything else from last week we missed? Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers, still Aaron Rodgers, in case anyone forgot. I mean, I've been betting on the Packers, thinking that Aaron Rodgers, still Aaron Rodgers. I was right.
Oh yeah, like I said last week, there was no other time you're gonna find Aaron Rodgers as an underdog,
Yeah, we both took him.
and
So,
they won outright.
we both took him there. Alright. That was the games from last week. Now, we'll do records. We're wrapping up.
Let's get into the records.
Alright. So this week, out was Alex Chick's first weekend. Even though he wasn't in the post, he had sent us his records, his pick before the week, once he saw the Empire Finest post, so.
Yeah. Now my Empire's Finest post is gonna be just a little bit long.
A little bit longer, not that much to read though.
Nah, that's alright.
You do the analysis, I just give you one word and you just.
They just give me the picks.
Yeah.
I write a little bit about what I think about the game.
So, I'll go first. I went 6-10. Dog shit, horrible. Went 5-5. I went 5-5 in the early window. 0-4 and 4 on Cox.
Wow, really?
0-4. Disgusting. 4 Cox have been murdering me.
Not gonna lie, you gotta almost be happy about going 0-4.
No.
Someone faded you on all 4 games.
if you faded me, let me know. Like, if you're gonna fade me, that's fine. Just like cut me in. That's cool.
I always say I want to either be pretty damn close to perfect or so bad that everyone fades me and wins anyway.
Fuck perfect. I want 55%. Give me profitable.
Right now I'm at about 51% for the year.
Oh, I'm down bad. Chick went 9-7. I didn't do his windows, but 9-7. And fine. Fucking putting up. Including Thursday night. Thursday night through the entire 1 o'clock window, 9-2. 9-2. 8-2 1 o'clock window, and then you went 2-2 in the fours, and then 1-1 in the prime times. We both.
Although I did in my favorite O league, I switched off the Eagles.
True, you did.
But I mean, like, you could keep it 11-5 or go 12-4. It's honestly up to your discretion. Because I didn't change it in the post because I decided to do it very late. It was about 6:30 before like Monday night. I'm sitting there because I had a 1 point lead in favor dog. 1 point lead, 1 game left to go, and I'm like sitting there. I'm going, okay. I was trying to think of who the kid that was right behind me was gonna pick. So I wanted to either pick the same team as him, and hope that no matter what happens, win or lose, he can't jump me, or just win outright. And I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I go, you know what? I didn't want to take the Cowboys. I don't know. There's something I had like a really late feeling about it, and sure enough, that not only did that win me favor dog, the Cowboys just smoked the Eagles. So that was a $200 payout. I actually paid for the whole league.
Really? 1 week?
Yeah, 1 week paid for the league.
That's a fucking W. I love those types of leagues.
And I put in Cowboys in the over. 51 v 130.
Nice.
So
Big
I had a very good Monday night. Very good Monday night.
Now that Chick's in the standings, he is our leader through.
So what's Chick's overall record?
His overall record is 27-21.
That's not bad. What am I? 20.
You are 23-25.
Yeah.
I am 20-28. I am fucking atrocious. But I hit both my fucking teasers this week.
You did.
Fucking take my teasers. I'm seeing the board. That was great. Plus 250, plus 400. Needed that. We're tracking units here too, so that's cool. I did four picks last week. I did Colts, Seattle, Chargers, Bills. Obviously, we talked about the Colts and Seattle already, and the Chargers. The Bills covered handily. So I went 2-2, bringing me overall to 5-5 on my show picks. That leaves me down half a unit. But you got my teasers of 2-1 overall, plus 5.5 units. So if you're taking my just stuff from the show, I'm plus 5 units. We fucking take that through week 3. Fox 5, you are 7-8 through 3 weeks. So
Okay.
you're in striking distance. 1 good week, and you're well over 500.
It's alright. I'll end up at one point hitting a 4 in 1 week. I went 3-2 again this week. Fox 5.
Yeah, you went 3-2.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 3 stupidly.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are 7-8. Is that what I said?
Yeah, he said 7.5.
Good. Yeah, you're 7.
Yeah, I stupidly put the Chiefs in there. I felt too good about them.
All right.
It's alright, no longer.
What do you got for me this week? Any game? What's?
Yes. I'm going to give 3 games on the show.
You're giving picks, or you just or you're gonna just you should talk through it normally.
I'm gonna give picks.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give picks.
Fox first show picks.
I'm gonna give show picks because there's a couple games that I don't know why these lines are this way, and if I go and look at the analysis, I don't know why this is even happening. But okay, first game up. Carolina at Dallas. Carolina's 4.5 point dogs against the Cowboys. Carolina's got the number 1 pass defense, the number 1 rush defense. Sammy D is playing out of his mind. Regardless of Christian McCaffrey's injury, I think Chuba Hubbard can run the ball well enough for them to get it done. Chuba Hubbard. Love that name. Such a great name.
What a fucking name.
Such a great name.
What a football name.
Cowboys defense is still suspect. I don't care what anybody says.
Cowboys defense is good.
Right now,
Micah
they're not bad.
Parsons is a
Yeah, I know. I wanted him so bad. Michael Parsons,
savage.
Trayvon Diggs, they are pretty good right now. The only thing is, they did just, make a lot of plays against the Eagles. I mean, it is the Eagles.
It's the Eagles. I agree. I know it's the Eagles.
It is the Eagles. They did have a good game against the Chargers, though.
Right.
That they won. But anyway, regardless, I'm taking the Panthers at +4.5. I just don't know how you can fade the Panthers with the way that they're playing. It's just, to me, it's just impossible. And it's still the Cowboys, everyone. It's still the
They're
Cowboys.
3-0 ATS right now.
I know that they're 3-0 ATS, but it's still the Cowboys.
Oh, sorry, not the Cowboys. The Panthers are 3-0 ATS. I don't think the Cowboys are. I think Cowboys pushed.
Actually,
No, they won.
they did win.
They're 3-0 ATS too, actually. Yeah.
Ooh.
I think this line moves. I think that it's going to end up getting to.
This line definitely is going to move.
I bet you it closes about around 3. So
I'd say right now at 4.5, I'm taking the Panthers. Although I am going to tell you though, if it gets to +3, -3, I probably will take the Cowboys at that number. But right now at 4.5, I'll take the Panthers. I like that a lot.
We'll see what happens. The show comes out around 6:30, so we'll see. So that'll be an official play.
Yeah.
Game time decision when you guys listen.
Now
You see the spread's over 3?
Yep.
Fonts on the Cowboys.
Yep.
It's over 4, fonts on the Panthers.
Now you tell me right now. I'm going to give you this game, and why the hell is this line the way it is? Cleveland at Minnesota. Cleveland is only a 2-point favorite.
I'll tell you why. Because Minnesota finds ways to fucking lose while covering. I think they're also 3-0 against the spread. I bet against them. I've been chasing around.
I know they won outright last week against the fraudulent Seattle Seahawks, although I think the Cleveland Browns are a damn good team.
Yeah,
I think
listen,
the Browns are
good. I didn't see that number. I think I saw it a little bit. I guess I saw it at 3. I'm glad it's moving down. If you're right, if you can get the Browns to under a field goal, I would take it with the thought that, Vikings and Kirk Cousins can ruin everyone's Thursdays.
Yeah, I'd 100% take that, man. That is a very good bet, in my opinion. I think the Browns, they get up early in that game. All they're gonna do is just play defense and salt away the win, scoring slowly.
Chubb's good. That team's good.
And I have one more for you on the show. Now I don't know if I'm gonna include any of these 3 in my front slide. I may or may not. Depends. Who cares?
No,
I can do what I want. It's my blog.
your show.
My co-show. I can do whatever I want. Anyway. Going down to Levi Stadium. The Niners are going to absolutely wax the Seahawks. They're a 3-point favorite. They're going to wax them. The Seahawks are our fraudulent team. There's no way in hell that they're going in San Francisco and even coming. I mean, it's 3 points. It's 3 points. I think the Niners win by a touchdown. 4 o'clock.
4:25 or 4?
4 or 5.
Maybe you're right then. I don't know. Prime time. I'm going. I probably agree with you, but with all my gambling luck,
Prime time is Tampa, New England.
I'll get to that. Yeah, I'm just gonna avoid the Seahawks probably for the next 3 weeks at least.
I'm fully fading them this week.
You're going full fade.
Because I love the Niners. Even I had to go against them next week just because that was a smart thing to do. But I love the Niners, and I think they're gonna kill the Seahawks here.
All right. Those are the show picks. I'll get into my picks, my teaser, and then one little fun thing to end the show.
I love fun things.
All right. Just picks or teaser first.
Do your picks and do the teaser.
All right. There's 1 star on my board. Chiefs -7 versus the Eagles. I know everything that I said last week. I know what I said to start the show. How I'm right about the Chiefs and they never cover. They're 0-30 against the spread in the last 2 years. Starving to the fact, not a real fact. Whatever. Bad against the spread. Bad against the spread. The fact that they lost makes this a much better, like, we're gonna come kick the shit out of you.
It's a must win. It's
Not-
a must
not
win
only
for
is
the
it a-
Chiefs.
Not only is it a must win for the Chiefs, but they're playing the Jalen Hurts led, Nick Sirianni led,
Jalen Hurts easily the worst Alabama quarterback in years.
I can't even-
And that's saying something.
I can't even, Zach Ertz led Philadelphia Eagles. Like, that team is not anywhere close to a playoff caliber football team. If the Chiefs are a legitimate football team, which I still believe they are, like I just said, I think they're gonna finish first in the division. I'm not really worried about them. They beat this Philly team 14 points, minimum. They're my best bet. They're my 2-point play. Chiefs -7, put it on the card. I had the Colts on here versus Miami because of the Tua situation, but because everything I said before about the Colts.
I'm saying right now the Dolphins still are not bad.
I
took them last week against a much better team than the Raiders, and then they did, and they still covered.
So I crossed it off the board. Colts +2 off the board. Not on the board. I'm not betting Miami, but not on the board. Pick number 2. Packers 6.5 versus Pittsburgh. Steelers look really bad. Ben Roethlisberger looks ferocious.
That team is
Him falling
rough.
was so funny yet so sad. For some reason, do you think an emotional attachment to Ben Roethlisberger?
I don't really mind him.
I feel like a lot of like my friends, people like our age, kind of have like this weird like thing for him because he was a great quarterback and in an era with Brady and Rodgers. Like, you know, he was not the outlier, but he was different from the rest of them, but still managed to win.
Well, it was him. His draft class was him, Eli, and Phil.
Right. So, I guess like for what
He's the last of the 3.
I guess he should have been gone. Him and Eli should have the same year.
Yes,
And
100%.
Eli left a few years too late. So
Eli left about like a year or two too late. A decade. He won a Super Bowl in the last decade.
I know, but Packers roll, Steelers frauds. No TJ Watt. Did you hear that stat?
That's a big injury.
For the first time in, I think it was 96 straight games, the Steelers did not report a sack.
They didn't get a sack
For the first time in 96 straight games.
on the bench.
I didn't
even know they didn't sack. They didn't sack Joe Burrow.
And like the worst offensive line, they didn't sack Joe Burrow once. Crazy. TJ Watt fucking matters. That's why you pay your defensive linemen.
That's
Pay
even
your boys.
that's
Joey Bosa,
even
Nick Bosa. Fucking pay your pass rushers. Miles Garrett. Those guys are so valuable. Strahan, like, you can go back.
And Miles Garrett showed you this weekend what it looks like when you
Savage, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying.
that
Those
D
guys-
line
D-line and
is
DNs,
ridiculous.
they change games. Like, no question. And then my last one, that's what we said. Browns -2. Same pick thing. Versus Minnesota.
So we're both on the Browns.
Yeah, which means the Vikings are gonna win. That's 100% what that means.
And
And
Vikings definitely went out right now.
I've been wrong on the Vikings all the time. So if you want to fade the show, do a Minnesota money line, it'll probably be +20. Those are my 3 plays. Chiefs -7 being my best play. Alright, teaser. Back to 14. We're just doing 1 teaser this week. I got a little bit aggressive last week doing 2. But the only reason I did 2 last week is because the first one had the Thursday night game in it, and I'm not doing the Thursday night game this week, so we'll go back to 4. Again, 2 of them on my last week in teasers, plus 4, plus 6.5 units. Big brain shit.
Big.
Panthers +10.5. Like Font said, Panthers are good. Give me the extra points. I think the Panthers have a good chance of winning this football game. If not winning, they will definitely keep it within 10. So that's fine. Give me Chiefs -1. Pretty much Chiefs money line. Packers money line -0.5. Bucks -1. Oh, I knew I fucking forgot something. So I replaced my Colts pick with the Bucks -7, and I was going back and forth on this. Prime time, all the action, Belichick, Brady.
I think it's gonna be such an easy one for the Bucks.
I think
The Patriots are
the
not
Patriots are
good.
so bad.
They're not good.
And this line would not be this line if it was a 4:00 game or a 1:00 game, not on NBC, just on a regional, just if it was a local game for New England, for Tampa, because obviously there's a story behind it, and there's Adele, obviously. The Adele commercial was cool. I'm know if you saw that, did you see it?
No.
Like the promo they're running for that, Belichick and
Oh,
the Dallas thing.
yeah.
It's pretty good. Low key, I'm a sucker for Adele. A good singing voice like that. Yeah. So the Bucks -7 were late ad, just because. I don't know. Maybe I'm square, maybe I'm not square, but right now Tom Brady versus Mac Jones should be like
Tom Brady's
should be 21.1, right?
Tom Brady's gonna throw 5 touchdowns and throw 400 yards.
I understand that that's not how football works. You're not just picking quarterbacks and you're going from there. But if you're gonna look at like probably each skill position, each group, Patriots by Bucks. The Super Bowl champs for a reason. They didn't lose much.
At least talent wise, I mean, guy for guy, Bucks have just a much better team
All around. So there's really no way to do that. All right. The answer for football. Anything else football?
Oof.
It's so high.
I could pick the Thursday night game if people want. I'm you know what? I'll just pick it because I'm gonna bet it regardless. Because
Who your play?
Thursday nights I need to play.
Of course. It's a Thursday night. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I could sit here and look at the analytics of this game, but I can tell you exactly who I'm playing. Yeah. Cincinnati -7.5.
Wow.
You think I'm gonna bet on Urban Meyer and that?
I love how you're an analytics guy now. AKA you look at one app and see where public money is and sharp money is, and you just make up in your brain what the analytics is.
Hey, listen, I don't just look at an Excel spreadsheet and all of a sudden I'm good at football.
Who does that?
Joe Judge, apparently. He thinks analytics are just looking at an Excel spreadsheet. You didn't see that trending on Twitter today? Gotta grind my gears.
I mean, football. We had winning football coaches way before analytics and computers. There has to be a blend of both, but I'm a type of guy. This is the baseball argument too. Like in the moment, fuck what the computer says. Fuck what a spreadsheet says.
No, absolutely.
Like I'm gonna.
Which is why I need an explanation why you punt on 4th and 2 in the opposing team's territory in the 4th quarter. Why? It's 4th and 2 on one of the league's worst defenses.
And they punted it.
On 4th and 2.
They kicked the field goal.
No, punt.
On the opposings too.
They're
their own two.
No, they were on the Falcons. No, they were on the Falcons 45. I meant on the opposing team's side of the field. They're on the Falcons 45. Punted on 4th and 2.
Joe Judge is going to be here for almost 2 years. So don't.
He gets another year. I'm not going to say to fire. I'm not going to say to fire him after this year. But he's on thin ice, bro.
He gets 1 full year.
He's on thin ice, bro. I mean, like the team talent wise isn't that bad. It's definitely not 0-3 bad.
Lost some bad teams too. Falcons are bad. But yeah, so he gets 1 full year while they figure out what they're doing Daniel Jones. After this season, they'll have.
I mean, if you lose games in back-to-back weeks at the buzzer. I mean, there's only so many times you can find new ways to lose. That's why I can't emotionally attach myself to them anymore. I just can't. I can't do it. It's not good for my health. It's not good for my blood pressure. It's just not good for a lot of things.
We actually have one, so you can see your heart rate when you're going on these rants.
Oh, I don't want to. Anyway.
Alright, we're almost done. First of all, get slow. You made it this far, thank you. Obviously, we appreciate you watching. That was the NFL stuff. A few little side tangents. I went to San Gennaro Fest this weekend,
That's right,
bro, that place is incredible. That was the most Sicilian, Italian. There was food galore. It felt so good.
Yeah, one of my friends lived there. It was probably my dad. I thought my dad was gonna go, but I might have it confused with another Italian feast he goes to. I don't know. My dad's part of some Italian club in Harlem, and they go to Boston like 4 times a year, and he just goes there for 4 days.
Just for food.
They just drink and eat and shit. I don't know.
Sounds like a club.
He goes to Harlem. I don't know.
Well,
once or twice a month. I don't know.
The point of the story was anyone who says New York City isn't back. First of all, New York City's been back for a little bit. Well, I was at this festival and there was must have I don't want to call him a crack addict. I don't know specifically what he was addicted to, but there was some sort of junkie. He was just walking around.
The creatures.
The creature, just somebody you don't even I didn't even think twice about this guy. Just typical New York City guy, You see some weird shit in the city. Go get food, come back. 5 minutes later, he's got a full like paramedic team surrounded him. He's like falling over, and like some people are starting to watch. Like people are kind of confused what's going on. He's thinking his stool was kind of draped over, and he was just saying, I got a little bit closer and I heard the ambulance guy talking. He was like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a few years." Like he goes, "I see you're still out here. Like what are we talking to get clean?" Like he was just like giving him a full lecture. It was just like, New York City's fucking back. The crack addicts are back.
That they are. They are back.
Greatest city on earth.
Gotta love it.
Actually, Hunter, you can cut that entire segment. That Bronx segment. That was probably pretty bad. For real, actually. Alright, one last thing I want to talk before we get out of here. First of all, now that see the sweat is so hot here. I was debating
I'm wearing a full hoodie. I'm trying my best to not raise my blood pressure and like not move a lot because I don't want to get hot.
You're a bold man for wearing a sweatshirt still.
The problem is I already clipped the mic on my sweatshirt and I don't really want to take it off.
Yeah, so I'm sweating. The hat was too hot for me. I feel like it was trapping all the heat in there. So we'll see how shiny my head looks in the new video with those fucking bright lights. But you're a crypto guy, right? You dabble. You dabble in the crypto world.
I was going to the moon, baby.
Bro, one of my friends, shout out Money Mike, he's like an accountant slash like, I just have like one of those friends who just kind of like knows like too much shit about random stuff, and like once the pandemic hit, everyone became like trading experts. Like he like leaned into it. So he bought. So essentially, this would be a very bad job explaining it. Maybe Michael can come on and explain himself one day. But you can buy like crypto horses. So my boy Mike, he's got an Ethereum horse.
Yeah, this is completely new to me.
So I don't know. I was trying to explain to you pre-show.
For like a year now.
I was trying to explain to you pre-show. So you buy like a horse, a digital horse. Like I guess it's like an NFT horse. You enter him into races. You put up stakes, and like it's just like regular horse racing. Your horse wins.
And it's based off a random number generator of whose horse wins.
I don't know if it's like RNG, yeah, maybe, or like, yes, and obviously it's some sort of random number.
It's gotta be,
Right.
because I'm just sitting there thinking about it.
The camera's flashing, don't flash, stop flashing.
It's probably low on battery, it's alright, we're about to wrap up.
Yeah, anyway. Fuck it, we're just gonna cut it. Alright, that's gonna do it for this week's show. Yeah, so we're full blown degenerates. We're racing like crypto horses, so stay tuned for some crypto talk. I gotta read up a little bit. There's a big Ethereum crash, so I have to do some research this weekend and see where we're putting our money.
Yeah, CEI, thank me later.
CEI. We're not financial advisors. That camera, you hear us? Not financial advisors. Not a tax expert, not a crypto expert.
I live in my mom's basement.
I would say it, actually. Say it. Say it. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode of Empire's Finest. One last thing. This week we did a weekend, I put on Instagram a recording today, and I wanted, what should we talk about? So we got a few comments, so I'm just gonna read through our Instagram comments real quick. If you wanna let us know what we should talk about when we record, post every week on Instagram. It's Empire's Finest on Instagram. The one is the I in Finest. So this is why I thought of this. It's an NFT horse. His name is Mrs. Puff, or her name is Mrs. Puff.
Mrs. Puff.
She placed third in her last race, and she won 0.003 Ethereum. So I don't know what that is. You can do your math. It fluctuates.
Oh, you win Ethereum for this?
Yeah, you enter money. Like you have to put up stakes for the race.
No.
But if you place it, it's all in crypto. You get it all Ethereum.
You win Ethereum? That's
crazy, right?
I'm gonna be getting into that soon.
Money Mike, hit him up. My boy Benny Wonar, El Gringo, the stops of the Yankees, we talked about that. The Jets, we talked about that. Do you watch Rick and Morty?
A little bit, here and there. I know enough about the show.
Is it a good show? I've never watched it.
You never watched Rick and Morty?
No.
Oh, if you never watch it, definitely
I gotta watch it.
Like, I don't watch it religiously, but it's a great show. Like, if I happen to turn an episode on, I'll end up binging like 10, 12 episodes and I realize what's happening. It's a great show, though. Love it. It's so funny.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, my favorite show, in case anyone cares. Alright, that's actually do it for this week's episode of Correspondence. Follow myself at Adam Krieger 1997. That's ant_font1. Follow at medius_vendetta. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, like the video, ring the bell, all that fun stuff. Catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Vendetta Sports Media. Playing MLB The Show, doing a bunch of crazy shit. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really hope the cameras work, and we'll see you the same time next week.
Stay classy.
Stay classy, New York.